And this is the latest that we have on Hurricane Dorian as of 9 o'clock this morning. This is the new update. Stay tuned.
Sure, there's nothing for sure with this storm, so we're preparing for the worst, hoping for the best, but if the worst comes, we're going to have our assets where they need to be. We're facilitating the people getting to the shelters where the mandatory evacuations are taking place, the mobile homes, the low-lying areas. Regardless of whether we get the full brunt of it or we get just tropical storms, we're going to have to deal with some flooding. The streets are going to be flooded, possible some traffic problems with outage of traffic lights, so we're prepared to make sure we get people safe everywhere.
The National Hurricane Center update just said that the eye of the storm is about 127 miles east of West Palm Beach, although to your point, we just still do not know the exact path that Hurricane Dorian will take. What would you say is how much of your population has actually evacuated at this point, would you say?
Well, that's hard to tell. I mean, last time I think we had in the neighborhood of about somewhere between 25,000. But then again, you know, we had a larger area to evacuate. So we see some of the shelters are starting to fill up, especially the people in the mobile homes are taking this seriously, and they very well should, because, you know, 100 miles is a blink of an eye if this thing decides to just come straight across. So people need to have everything that they need to prepare for. They need to have it done now.
Sheriff, what kind of phone calls have you been fielding so far? Obviously, residents on the ground very concerned about the situation that could be, and as far as evacuations are concerned, I know a lot of folks don't always have the means to do just that.
Yeah, well, we tell people, you know, if you can evacuate an area and yet stay in the county instead of getting on the roads, that's the optimum way to do it. The way things are going, north is not a good idea. West in the state is a better idea at this point in time. So, but we really encourage people, if you don't have to get on the roads, don't do that, because all that's going to do is cause us a serious traffic jam. The shelters are open. If you have somewhere else you can go that's close to the county or a little bit west in the state, that's a better idea.
You know, the update we just got from the National Hurricane Center describing those rain bands that reach so much further out from the eye of the storm that could easily affect Florida sooner than later. So the warning was, don't just watch the trajectory of the eye of the storm. Those rain bands that go more than 100 miles outside of the eye of the storm are crucial to the coast of Florida. How are you watching that, and how do you prepare for that?
Yeah, that's a good point, because regardless, we're going to get flooding. And down here, you know, the canal system, there's a lot of canals. So what people don't understand is they can't see where the road starts and the canal starts, and we end up having people drive into the canals, or their cars stall in the middle of puddles, and we got to come and rescue them. So we tell people, look, when it starts getting a little dicey, get in your house, stay where you're at. If you're in the shelters, stay at your house. Don't come out during the storm or after the storm. Let us do our jobs out here, but don't become part of the problem.
Sheriff Rick Bradshaw, a very important warning to the residents there and surrounding areas. We appreciate your time this morning, Sheriff. Thank you.
Thank you very much.